Jubinville. Welcome to my practice space. Hello from the glorious sunshine while I'm filming, and hello from my glorious plants who love the sunshine. For today's practice, roll out your mat. If you don't have the mat, no big deal. You can practice on the hardwood floor. If you have a block or two, you could go ahead and go get those. Set them up near your practice space. If not, no worries. You can be creative with with a block. You could use like a shoebox or a big can, something like that. But it's not required. Today's practice will be a little bit on the shorter side, and I'm hoping we can move pretty quickly with our bodies so we feel like we're getting into this rhythm of like a moving meditation. So my hope for today is that you feel into your breath and you feel into your body, and maybe you can get out of your head a little bit in today's practice, okay? So you're gonna start by coming to sit. Find a comfortable cross-legged seat where you can sit up nice and tall. Have your hands resting on your thighs, and to start, just draw your eyes to close. Sit up a little taller, lifting up through the crown of your head, that's the top of your head. Gentle tucking of the chin, feel the length in the back of your neck. And excuse me, allow your shoulders to get a little heavier, dripping down your back. There's a gentle drawing in of your belly, and then lift your heart a little higher. With this tall, long spine, start to deepen your breath, coming in and out through your nose. Blink open your eyes. We'll start with some very simple movements to connect movement with breath. On an inhale, sweep your arms high to the sky, press your palms, lift gaze. Exhale, hands right in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. And exhale, lower. Let's roll out the shoulders. Inhale, reach the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale them back and down your back. Let's keep going. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. Exhale them down and back. One more time, just like that. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. Exhale them back and down. Beautiful. Let's do some neck stretches. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. You could stay right here, or you could take your right hand, bring it towards the side of your head, increase the pressure. This is very optional. See if you could send your breath into this space along your neck that you're stretching. Release your hand, come up to center, drop left ear towards left shoulder. Again, option to take the hand towards the top of the head, apply a little pressure here. This is very optional. And try to breathe into this space of your neck. Lower your hand down, come up to center, tuck your chin in. Feel the length in the back of your neck, but keep pressing shoulders back and down. Soften your jaw, maybe even wriggle out your jaw here. Now reach your face all the way up, look up towards the sky. Here you could release the bottom jaw, wriggle it out, stretch into the muscles of your face. And then come up to center, we're gonna take some big neck circles. So go in one direction. Let's do 2 times in one direction. Pause, go the opposite direction. 2 times. And then come up to center. One more roll of the shoulders. Up, back, and down. Beautiful. We're gonna come onto hands and knees. So shift onto your hands and knees, finding your tabletop. You want your hands under shoulders, knees under hips, fingers spread wide. You decide if you want toes reaching back or toes tucked. So we're gonna flow through cat-cow. So inhale, drop belly, lift heart, lift gaze. And then exhale to lift belly, round up spine, drop head. Inhale, belly drops, heart lifts, gaze lifts. And exhale, lift your belly, round up your spine, tuck your chin. Keep moving, keep flowing with your breath. Trying to deepen each inhale as you exaggerate this dip in your spine. And elongate each exhale as you round up the back. If you practice Ujjayi breath, you could fire that up here. Ujjayi breath is that light whisper-like sound created in the base of your throat as if you're gargling your breath. It's the same action in the throat as fogging up a mirror, but the mouth is closed. The breath comes in and out through the nose. On your next inhale, come back to a tabletop, find a neutral spine. We'll meet in down dog. So toes tucked, hands out in front of you, fingers spread wide, hands shoulder width distance, feet hips width distance. Lift your hips up, but keep a bend in your knees so you can protect the backs of your legs. And wag your tail side to side. Gently stretching into the back of your body. Give your head a shake, yes and no. Stretch into the muscles of the face a little more. Let's take a big, deep inhale. Exhale, sigh. On your next inhale, ripple forward to a high plank, like the top end of a push-up. Hold here. You can always lower the knees for support. Make sure you keep a nice long back. With knees lifted or lowered, press firmly into the palms. Find a rounding in your upper back. Draw your belly up like your belly is defying gravity. Notice if you're locking out your knees. Put a little bend in the knees. It makes it a little harder. And then squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Breathe here, rounding into your upper back, shoulders away from ears. We're going to stay here for a little while, really firing up from the inside, okay? So just keep breathing, keep pressing. Keep squeezing. All right, go ahead and lift your hips high, downward facing dog. You can pedal out the feet here. You can sigh. And then start to walk to the top of your mat. When you arrive, fold in half for a ragdoll. So keep a bend in the knees, keep distance in the feet. Head is heavy, take hold of opposite elbows. Start to sway your body from side to side. Pouring more weight into one foot and then the other. Shaking head yes and no. Feeling gravity draw your shoulders towards the earth, your head towards the earth. Feeling the backs of your legs start to open. Release your elbows. Keep a little bend in your knees. Slowly roll up to stand, stacking vertebra on vertebra. Once you're vertical, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And come to find your mountain pose, Padasana. So I'm going to turn to face you just for a moment. Toes are forward, little bend in the knees, belly in, tailbone lengthen. Broad across the chest, heavy in the shoulders, lift the crown of your head up. Press the back of your head back a little more. Reach through your fingers. Pull the tummy in a little. All right, we're going to start to move and flow here, going through our sun salutation A. Ground to the feet. Inhale, rise, arms up to the sky. Exhale, dive forward, reach towards your toes. Weight into the toes. Inhale to halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale back to high plank pose. Take another inhale here, press down. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, hips stay high, Ashtha Pranam. Inhale forward to your belly, toes back, lift chest and forehead for baby cobra. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Just a couple breaths here. between your hands. You're gonna walk or hop to the top of your mat. Big inhale when you arrive, lift the heart halfway, and then exhale, fold. Ground down, inhale, rise, arms high. Exhale, hands by your sides. Let's keep moving. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale back, lower down right away, knees, chest, chin. Inhale forward to your belly, toes back, find baby cobra. And then exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Just a couple breaths here. Look forward, take a journey to the top of your mat. It's a big inhale when you arrive, heart lifts halfway. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms high to the sky. Exhale, hands by your sides. One more time, inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale back, lower down right away, knees, chest, chin. Inhale forward to belly, baby cobra. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Breathe here, just a couple breaths. Look forward, walk, step, or hop. Big inhale when you arrive. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms high. Exhale, hands by your sides. Now we'll move through sun salutation V. So sink back to chair. You're gonna hinge in your hips to press your butt back, bend into the knees, lift your arms alongside your ears. If the shoulders feel tight, you can open the arms wider so they form more like a Y instead of a V. I'll turn forward so you can see that, but you stay sinking back in your chair, right? So look down at your toes, make sure you can see them. If you can, sink deeper back into your hips. We're gonna hold here for a little while, so breathe with me. Another big inhale here. Exhale, fold to the toes. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, walk or hop back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, heart goes forward, toes back. Upward facing dog. Exhale, hips high. Downward facing dog. Just a couple breaths here. On your next inhale, lift your right leg high to the sky. Exhale the foot forward, it lands near the right thumb. Back heel spins down for warrior one. Rise up. So your back toes are angling towards the upper left-hand corner of your mat. Your left rib cage is spinning forward. Arms are up alongside the ears, shoulders heavy. Lift the heart a little higher, pull the belly in. You can stay right here or interlace the hands at the low back. Inhale, lift the heart up. Stay here or exhale, fold forward for a humble warrior. So the right shoulder comes to the top or the inside of the thigh. And just check in with that right hip. Did it float forward? See if you could draw it back in space. We're gonna hold wherever we are for 3 more breaths. Wait for your next exhale, lower your hand down. You're gonna step back to plank pose, top end of a push-up. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower down, your choice. Inhale, heart forward, toes back. Maybe it's baby cobra, maybe it's up dog. Exhale, hips high. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Exhale your foot forward and it lands near your left thumb. Back heel spins down, rise up, warrior one. So back toes are not angling towards upper right hand corner of your mat. Right rib cage is forward. Pull the belly in, arms up, shoulders heavy, take a breath. You could stay right here or interlace your hands at your low back. Inhale, lift your heart higher. Stay here or on an exhale, fold forward for humble bound warrior. The left shoulder comes towards top or inside of left thigh. Left hip keeps reaching back. Breathe here. On your next exhale, lower your hands down, step back plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale to flow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. So that's the vinyasa. Moving forward, I'm just gonna say vinyasa. It's a lot of work to do the practice and call out at the same time. So I'll save some words, some breath, just by saying flow through your vinyasa. But know that the vinyasas are always optional. You can go straight to down dog. Look forward. Take a journey to the top of your mat. Long spine, big inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair, knees bend, hips sink, arms lift. Exhale, stand tall, mountain pose. We're gonna keep flowing. Inhale, back to chair. And exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to vinyasa. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, foot forward, lands in between your hands for a lunge. Pour weight into your left hand. Inhale, sweep your right arm high to the sky, finding this revolved runner's lunge. Breathe here. Exhale the right hand down. Spin the back heel down. It's parallel with the back edge of your mat. On your next inhale, rise up, warrior two. So chest faces the long left side of your mat, arms out to a T, deep bend in the front knee. Front knee is opening towards the pinky toe side of the front foot. Hips are level, so straight from left to right. You don't need to reach forward. You don't need to reach back. Be in the middle. Shoulders heavy. Flip your front palm, inhale, lean back to radiate. On your exhale, come all the way forward towards the earth, vinyasa or straight to down dog. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, foot forward, lands in between hands for a lunge. Inhale, left arm up. Find this revolved runner's lunge. Breathe here. Exhale your hand down, spin back, heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Again, chest is facing the long right side of the mat. Arms out to a T, deep bend in your front knee. Level your hips so they're straight from left to right. Heavy your shoulders away from your ears. Reach energetically in both directions so you can feel an opening and a lifting in your heart. Flip your front palm, inhale, lean back to radiate. Exhale the hands all the way to the earth, flow. Look forward, take a journey to the top of your mat. Inhale with a long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, mountain. Let's keep flowing. Inhale the chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to flow. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, foot forward, lands in between the hands for a lunge. Inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge. Check in with the hips. So there's a tendency for the pelvis to want to come forward here and the torso to come forward. Counteract that, draw it back, right? You can put a little bend in this back knee to lift your belly, and then press the back thigh back more. Arms up alongside your ears, shoulders away from ears. Pull your belly in. Stay right here or interlace the hands at the low back. Inhale, lift the heart up. Stay right here or exhale to fold. Finding this humble or bound crescent lunge. Breathe here. On your next inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to hips. You're going to carefully spin this back heel down, open up warrior two. I know that front thigh is working, right? Let's keep working it. Flip the front palm, inhale, lean back to radiate. Exhale, right forearm to right thigh, left arm alongside left ear for side angle pose. Breathe. So a couple options here. You could stay here. You could find a half bind, bringing top arm to bottom hip. You could lower this front hand to the inside of the front foot, coming to a block, or maybe the floor. You could take the full bind, holding hands with yourself under your front thigh. Either way, keep spinning the heart towards the sky. Keep bending into that front knee. Breathe here. On your next inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Reach your left hip back, right fingers forward and down to shin. Maybe that block if you have it. Left arm comes up to the sky. Finding triangle pose. Breathe here. On your next inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to hips. Turn your right toes in. So now all your toes face the same direction. You have this nice wide stance. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, hinge with the hips. Press the hips back. Fold forward. Hands come under shoulders. And then whatever you like with the hands here. But put a little bend in the knees. Lift the hips higher. Drop the head towards the earth. For this wide-legged forward fold, we're going to breathe here. Bring hands under shoulders to lift your heart up halfway. We're just going to climb back to the front of the mat, coming to a runner's lunge. Right toes are forward, spinning onto the ball of your back foot. Step back, plank, flow, or go to down dog. Right away, left leg high to the sky. Exhale to bring it forward, lands in between your hands for a lunge. Inhale, rise up. High crescent lunge. So again, check in with your low belly, check in with your torso. Notice that the energy is leaning forward. Try to pull it back, pull your belly in. You can put a little bend in the back knee to help lift your belly a little more. And then if you have the space on the top of the back thigh, press the back of the thigh back more. Arms up. You could stay right here or interlace your hands at your low back. Inhale to lift the heart. Stay here or exhale, fold, finding this humble or bound crescent. Breathe wherever you are. On your next inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to hips. Carefully spin this back heel down, open up, warrior two, breathe here. Flip your front palm, inhale, lean back to radiate. Exhale forward for side angle pose. All those same options on this side. On your next inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Right hip goes back, left fingers come forward and down. Right arm goes up for triangle pose. Breathe here. Next inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to hips. Turn your left toes in. So all your toes face the same direction. You have this nice wide stance. This round, we're going to interlace the hands with the low back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hips go back. You fold forward. Finding this version of a wide-legged forward fold. Breathe here. If it feels safe, if you feel steady, put a little bend in your knees so you can melt the head towards the earth more and lift your hips a little higher. Keep breathing. Next, exhale, release your hands to the floor. Inhale, lift your heart up halfway. You're just going to climb forward into that runner's lunge. Left toes are forward. You have the choice. You can go straight to down dog or move through your vinyasa. Look towards the top of your mat. Take a journey to get there. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, mountain. Okay, we're going to move into a balance shape. Separate your feet as wide as your hips. Pour weight into your right leg. Lift your left leg off the ground. Open the knee, find tree pose. So the sole of the foot goes to the standing leg, toes point down. Lift up in your belly, lengthen your tailbone. Feel your outer hips squeezing in towards each other. Lift up through the chest, shoulders are heavy, press your palms in front of your heart, press the back of your head back. Stay here, or you could grow your tree, extend your arms alongside your ears. Let's breathe. Bring your palms to press in front of your heart. Bring your left knee forward, keep the foot lifted. Find a spot on the floor to focus your gaze, your drishti. Pull your low belly in. You're going to send the lifted foot all the way to the back of the mat. Bend into your front knee. Find a high crescent lunge. Sweep your arms up. Breathe here. Now, so important, squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. That'll help square your hips forward and engage your inner thighs. You could pull your low belly in a little more. From here, we're going to move forward to warrior three. So I want you to bring your hands to your hips. I want you to skip your back foot in about a footprint. And then do allow your chest to lean forward. Let's stay here, creating this long line of energy from top of head through back heel. Lean forward even more, bend into the back knee, pop the foot up. Okay, the hands are on the hips, so check in with the hips so that they're straight from left to right, and press actively through your lifted heel. Yeah, pull the belly up, shoulders away from ears, whatever you like with your hands, your arms here. Breathe. We're gonna come out of this pose into a standing split. So start to lower your hands towards the earth in front of you. Squeeze the inner thighs in more. Maybe lift the back foot higher. Try to pull your belly in, hollow it out so you can round forward further. You could stay right here or bring right hand to standing ankle. Maybe you bring both hands to standing ankle. Keep turning the left hip point down. So maybe the back foot doesn't lift super high, but you have this internal rotation of thighs. Okay, go ahead and plant your hands. Gently lower the lifted foot down. Stay folded for a moment. Shift weight back and forth, side. And then slowly roll up to stand. Whew, roll the shoulders up, back and down. Go ahead and shake out that standing leg. Lots of good work in that outer right hip. All right, we're gonna stretch it a little before we go to the other side. So, take a nice wide stance. Hinge the hips back, find a chair-like pose. Pour weight into your right leg. No, pour weight into your left leg. Lift the right leg, it's the one that's on fire. Cross it over your thigh and sit back. Press your palms. You stay here, I'm gonna turn and face forward. So we're stretching into that outer right hip. Ooh-wee. Keep the right foot flexed, okay? The lower you sink your hips, the more you'll feel that stretch. Okay, go ahead and rise up, plant the foot. Go ahead and shake out the standing leg again. Get a drink of water. And we'll do all that on the other side. So you start at the top of your mat, feet hips width distance. Pour weight into the left leg, lift the right foot up. Open the knee to the side, find tree pose. So sole of foot comes to the inner thigh, toes point down. Lift your belly up, lengthen your tailbone. Lift your heart a little higher, shoulders away from your ears. Press your palms in front of your heart. The hips feel like they're squeezing in towards each other. You could stay here, you could grow your tree, extend your arms alongside your ears. Bring the right knee forward, keep the foot lifted. Find your drishti, that focal point. So your gaze is focused. And then send the lifted foot all the way to the back of the mat. Bend into the front knee, find high crescent lunge. Let's breathe here. Now go ahead and release your hands to your hips. Skip your back foot in just a little, and then lean your torso forward. Find this long line of energy from top of head through back heel. Feel the left leg firing up, the left butt cheek, the left hip. Now, bend into the back knee so you can pop that back foot up, finding warrior three. Your hands are on your hips. Level your hips. They're straight from left to right. So important to squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Press actively through the lifted heel and pull the belly up. Whatever you like with your hands or arms here. Start to lower your hands down towards the earth. Hollow out the belly so you can get the heart closer to the thigh. Keep squeezing the thighs in so the right hip lowers. Maybe the right heel goes higher. But don't let the right hip pop up. You want it to be pointing down. Option to stay right here. Option to bring left hand to left ankle. Maybe you bring right hand to right ankle. This side might feel so different. Breathe. Release the hands to the earth. Slowly lower the right foot down. You could sigh. Just kind of shake out the head. Then very slowly, carefully roll up to stand. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. We're going to stretch out this left hip now. So feet nice and wide, sink back to your wide-legged chair. Pour weight into the right leg, lift the left leg, cross the ankle over the thigh, finding a figure 4 shape, and then sink the hips back. Bring the palms to press in front of your heart. Breathe here, stretching into that outer left hip. All right, go ahead and unwind. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Find your mountain pose, Tadasana. Feel strong and steady. Deep in the breath. Calm in the mind. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale back. You could vinyasa or go straight to down dog. From down dog, come on down to a child's pose. So lower your knees, point your toes back, hips to heels, melt chest and forehead towards the mat. And just breathe here. From child's pose, you'll come up to hands and knees, and then just make your way onto your backs, okay? Coming to your back, plant your feet, hug your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a squeeze. Make some gentle rocking motions across your low back, finding the quality of a massage here. Deep rounds of breath in and out through your nose. With your knees hugging in, bring your arms out to the sides and release both knees to your left, finding this supine twist. Soften your right shoulder into the earth. Soften your jaw and the muscles of your face. And allow your breath to be slow and steady all the way down into your low back and your outer right hip. Stay where you are. Draw awareness to your top leg and just extend the foot straight out from the hip. So you're just making the right leg long. It's one long line of energy. It's pointing straight out to your left. Just getting a little stretch in the back of the leg. Now the bottom leg, extend that long away from you. So now you have this like 90-degree angle in the leg. So we're getting this hamstring stretch. Really press through both heels to increase the stretch. Yeah, so we're twisting and getting a stretch in the backs of the legs here. All right, go ahead and make your way back to center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Make gentle rocking motions across your low back. Maybe stretch into the muscles of the face. Release the jaw. And then with the knees hugging in, bring arms out to the sides. Release both knees to your right. So finding that same twist on the other side. We're starting with knees bent. Have your left shoulder melting into the earth. And allow your breath to be full and smooth, going all the way down into your low back and your outer left hip. Keep your upper body right where it is. You're going to extend your top leg straight out in front of you. So now your top foot is pointing towards the right. There's a long line of energy from left hip to left foot. So the leg is just straight. And then you're going to straighten your bottom leg towards the bottom of your mat. Right? So we have this 90-degree angle in the legs. You're like an L shape. The bottom foot is stretching towards the bottom of your mat. The top foot is stretching out to the side. Press actively through both feet, like you're pressing through the heels. So you can activate the stretch on the backs of the legs. And you're activating the top of your thigh too. Breathe here in this twist and in this hamstring stretch. Go ahead and make your way towards your back once more. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a really grateful squeeze for all of this work you've just done in your practice. For your body, for your mind, for your spirit. And then when you're ready, you're going to come to lay flat on your mat, setting yourself up for Shavasana, your final resting pose. Arms are alongside the body, palms up. Unless it feels really delicious for you to have your hands on your body, of course you could do that. You stay here laying down. Soften your upper back into the mat. Soften your low back into the mat. Make your legs heavy. Soften toes. Soften fingers and palms. And you're going to lay here in stillness and in silence. And in a few moments, a few minutes, I'll bring you back to wakefulness and we'll close out the practice together. begin to deepen your breath. Start to wiggle fingers and toes. Roll out wrists and ankles. Stretch into your face. Maybe stretch the arms overhead. Take your time to bring the soles of your feet to the mat and pause here. Keep your eyes closed. Stay laying down. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your low belly. And we'll close practice from here together. And we'll join our voices in the sound and vibration of Om 2 times. Once to honor the space that's been the container for your practice. And once to honor each other. Let's inhale together. You can stay here, laying on your mat, holding onto yourself, breathing into your hands for as long as you'd like. I hope you find peace in yourself, peace in your body, peace in your breath, today and always. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Namaste.